You are obsessed with someone who may not even return your feelings. You feel like this person must be your destiny, and yet you don't know why it hurts so much. When you can't sleep because you're constantly thinking of someone. When every song reminds you of this person. When you believe the universe has deliberately brought you together, then stop. What you will discover in the next 3 minutes could shatter all your romantic fantasies or confirm that this connection is truly real. Carl Jung, one of the most controversial psychologists in history, dedicated his life to deciphering this mystery. And what he found is so disturbing that most therapists would never tell you, because Jung does not give you false hopes. He shows you the most ruthless truth about love, even if it hurts. Before we continue, do something decisive that will multiply the energy of what you're about to learn. Subscribe to this channel now, because here we speak openly about truths no one else dares to say. Give this video a like so that more people can discover this life-changing information. And most importantly, write in the comments the name of the person you can't stop thinking about. Or if you prefer to keep it private, simply write the word destiny. Every action you take now creates an energetic resonance that will amplify everything you are about to understand. Do it now. Don't wait until the end, because what's coming is so powerful that you must fully immerse yourself in the process. Today you will discover in just a few minutes whether this person who consumes you from the inside is truly your destiny or the manifestation of your deepest wound disguised as love. And I warn you, this information could completely destroy the story you have told yourself about this relationship. Are you ready to face the truth? Because what Jung discovered is the following. 90% of people who believe they are experiencing fateful love are, in fact, repeating traumatic patterns from their childhood. They confuse emotional dependency with a soul connection. They call destiny what in truth is a wound crying out for healing. But here is what no one tells you. There are also those 10% of connections that are real, that transcend time and space, that hold divine meaning in your life. And in the next few minutes, I will show you exactly how to recognize the difference. If you have listened this far, it is no coincidence. Something inside you knows that this information is crucial for your life. You are desperately searching for answers no one has given you. You are tired of feeling crazy because you love someone who may not even play such an important role in your life. Attention! What you are about to learn may shake your ego but free your soul. Jung did not come to confirm your romantic fantasies. He came to awaken your consciousness. And this awakening, as necessary as it is, hurts. Here is the truth that the love industry hides from you. You don't fall in love with people. You fall in love with your projections. The person you think is perfect is in fact reflecting parts of your own psyche that you have not yet integrated. You see in them what you need to see, not what they really are. Frightening, isn't it? Because that means all this love at first sight, this inexplicable connection, this feeling of knowing each other from past lives, could be nothing more than your subconscious projecting its unresolved wounds onto someone. But wait, before you panic, Jung also discovered something revolutionary. When two people have integrated their shadows and healed their wounds, they can meet on a soul level beyond projections. That is true, fateful love. Not the romantic illusion movies sell us, but something much deeper, transformative. Do you want the ultimate proof whether this person is truly meant for you? Jung names infallible signs, but they are so merciless that most people do not want to hear them.
Listen very carefully now, because here, illusion and truth part ways. If this person makes you anxious, insecure,
If you constantly feel you have to prove yourself, then that is not fateful love. It is your trauma disguised as attraction. If this person triggers your old wounds of abandonment, makes you believe you are not enough, keeps you in constant uncertainty, do they really love me? Then this is not your destiny. It is your unresolved past crying out for healing. If you lie awake at night, wondering whether he or she loves you, that is not soul peace, but the fear of your wounded ego. The frightening thing is that most people are addicted to this kind of love, because they confuse fear with passion, drama with depth, and intensity with authenticity. As long as you remain in this confusion, you will be trapped in the same cycles that exhaust you instead of expanding you. Now comes the part that can change your life forever. The part Jung reserved for those brave enough to face the truth without looking away. Jung discovered that true faithful love is the exact opposite of what pop culture has taught us. Listen to these signs as if your life depended on it, because in a way, the quality of your love life truly does depend on it. It gives you a deep sense of peace and recognition, not constant restlessness. It lets you sleep calmly because you feel emotionally safe. It makes you feel loved for who you are, without constantly having to fight for attention. It awakens in you the ability to be authentic without fear of rejection or judgment. It invites you to grow without having to change just to please. If the person you are thinking of right now does not meet these criteria, I have bitter news for you. It is not your destiny. It is your emotional dependency disguised as cosmic love. I know it hurts. Your mind is now searching for excuses, for reasons to deny this truth. But your soul, that deep knowing part of you, is nodding right now. You are ready for the most shocking realization. Jung found that those who are most obsessed with finding their soulmate are the least prepared to receive them. Why? Because they seek someone to complete them, while true faithful love only appears when you are already whole. Here lies the secret that can shake your world. If you desperately want this person to be the one, if your inner peace depends on whether they stay or go, if you believe you cannot live without them, then they are certainly not meant for you. True love does not come to save you, but to celebrate you. It does not come to fill you, but to expand you. It does not appear to complete you, but to accompany you in your wholeness. Now comes the moment of brutal truth. Are you ready to let go of the person you believe is your destiny? When you realize that in truth, they are your unresolved karma, do you have the courage to admit that what you feel may not be love, but traumatic bonding? Because Jung would tell you without hesitation, as long as you cling to relationships that drain you, confuse you, keep you trapped on an emotional roller coaster, you are blocking the arrival of your true love. It is as if you are standing at your front door, hugging a photograph, while your real partner is ringing outside, but cannot enter because you are holding on to an illusion. Let me ask you something completely honest, something that can reveal the truth in seconds. Does this person whom you believe to be your destiny help you become a better version of yourself? Or do they keep you trapped in patterns you already know well? Does their presence lead you toward growth, toward new sides of your personality? Or does it only confirm what you already know about yourself? Because true love from a Jungian perspective is not repetition but evolution. It does not come to confirm your wounds, but to transform them. It does not come to keep you comfortable, but to expand the boundaries of what you believe is possible. Jung said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to a better understanding of ourselves. If the person you cannot forget makes you nervous, inadequate, or anxious, do not ignore these signs. Your soul is speaking to you. It shows you exactly which parts of you need attention, which wounds are still open, which patterns remain unresolved. Now, I want you to do a small exercise, one that can bring you more clarity in 30 seconds than months of analysis. Close your eyes and think of this person, not about what you feel for them, but about what you feel about yourself when you are with them. Do you feel freer or more trapped, more authentic or more false, calmer or more tense, more connected to yourself or more lost? These sensations, these physical reactions are your inner compass, showing you the truth that your mind does not want to accept. Jung taught that the process of individuation, the path of truly becoming yourself, is the most important task of your life. Relationships, especially intense ones, are catalysts of this inner process. They are not the goal themselves, but vehicles that lead you to your true goal, the encounter with yourself. How often have you confused familiarity with destiny? How often Have you felt magnetically drawn to someone, only to later realize that this person reminded you of old, perhaps even painful but familiar patterns? The human brain seeks the familiar even when the familiar hurts us. That is why we are often drawn to people who treat us the way we were treated in childhood. Not because it is our destiny, but because it is our unresolved pattern. True, destined love does not feel familiar in the sense of the old, but familiar in the sense of the real. It is as if after a long journey you are finally coming home, not because you have always been there, but because you are finally in the place you were always meant to be. Jung spoke of synchronicity, those precise coincidences that seem to have a deeper meaning. If a certain person entered your life at the exact moment when you were going through a phase of inner change, do not ignore that.
The soul speaks through synchronicities,
but also through silence, through calm, through that quiet feeling of this is right, which requires no justification.
But synchronicity is not a guarantee of duration. Sometimes people come synchronistically into our lives to bring us a message, to open a door, to show us something about ourselves, and then they leave again. That too is completely right. Not every deep connection is meant to last forever. Some are meant to change you forever. One of the clearest signs that someone is truly meant for you.
Jung described like this: you can be completely yourself with this person without fear of judgment. You can show your shadows, your contradictions, your fears. And instead of withdrawing, this person stays and helps you integrate those parts. True love does not flee from your vulnerability, it embraces it. It does not shy away when you cry, it holds you while you do. It does not condemn you for your imperfections, but recognizes in them your complex, beautiful humanity. It does not want to change you. It loves you precisely because you are who you are, shadows included. Have you noticed that when you desperately seek love and believe you need it to be complete, you keep attracting relationships that mirror your very lack? It is as if the universe keeps reflecting back to you until you realize that what you are seeking outside can only be found within yourself. But when you begin to heal inside, to get to know yourself, to truly love yourself, your vibration changes. You stop attracting from neediness and begin attracting from resonance. Then the people who are truly meant for you appear. Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." If you have so far sought your destiny in the eyes of another, perhaps it is time to find it in your own. Because the person who is truly meant for you is not the one who completes you, but the one who recognizes that you are already complete and chooses to walk beside you. That is the profound difference between a karmic and a destined connection. The karmic one comes to show you patterns you must break, wounds you must heal, lessons you must learn. It can be intense, dramatic, even addictive, but its purpose is temporary. When you understand the lesson, the intensity fades. The destined connection, however, is different. It comes without drama. It brings a feeling of deep recognition. That quiet, finally you are here. It does not activate your wounds to torment you, but to heal them. It does not destabilize you, but helps you find your inner center. It does not make you dependent. It makes you free. The greatest obstacle to recognizing such a connection is fear. Fear of being vulnerable, of being fully seen, fear that someone will leave if you show your truth. But Jung reminds us vulnerability is not weakness. It is the source of real connection. If you are in a relationship where you must hide parts of yourself to be loved, then that is not a destined connection, but a conditional one. True love is unconditional, not in the sense that it tolerates destructive behavior, but in the sense that it sees your essence beyond your flaws. Jung also spoke of the importance of opposites. Sometimes the person who is truly meant for you is not the one most similar to you, but the one who best complements your energy. Not the one who thinks like you, but the one who opens new perspectives for you. But be careful, not every difference means complementarity. A destined connection can have challenges, difficult moments. It can require work and dedication, but it never feels like coercion. It feels like a natural flow, like organic growth. like a river finding its way without breaking the stones. And now, one last decisive question. Are you truly seeking a fateful connection? Or are you in truth fleeing from the connection with yourself? Often what we call search for love is in reality an escape from our own inner emptiness. Jung warned, no external relationship can fill an inner vacuum that you yourself have not yet recognized. The person meant for you does not come to save you from your loneliness. They come to accompany you in your fullness. They do not appear to complete your story, but to create a new one with you. They do not come to solve your problems, but to walk by your side while you solve them yourself. And how does one know that one is ready for a fateful connection? Jung would say, you are ready when you no longer desperately need it, when you have learned to be at peace with yourself, when you have healed your deepest wounds, integrated your shadows, and made peace with your past. Only then do you have something real to give. This does not mean that you must be perfect, but conscious of your patterns, your wounds, your defense mechanisms, conscious of what you project and what you receive, conscious of the difference between love and dependency, between connection and codependency. True love thrives in awareness, not in unconsciousness. It is nourished by authenticity, not by masks. It grows through truth, not through illusion. And above all, it is based on mutual freedom, not on control. I want you to know something important, something that can change your entire understanding of love. If the person you cannot forget keeps you in a constant state of uncertainty, fear, or restlessness, then that is not a fateful connection. It is your wound disguised as love. True love may have moments of uncertainty, but its foundation is stable. It gives you a sense of security and trust. Jung taught that the soul recognizes its counterpart without needing rational explanations. This resonance goes beyond physical attraction, beyond intellectual compatibility, beyond shared interests. It is a recognition on the deepest level of being. And what about those people you love deeply but who did not stay? Jung would say they were still part of your destiny but not to stay. Their purpose was to awaken something in you, to activate a process of growth, to prepare you for what comes next. They were not mistakes, but teachers disguised as lovers. Every relationship, every encounter, every connection in your life was perfect for your development at exactly that moment. Even those who hurt you, who confused you, who made you doubt your worthiness of love, they were all puzzle pieces leading you closer to your deepest truth. But here lies the key. You cannot receive your true connection as long as you are still holding on to past ones that have already fulfilled their purpose. Jung spoke of the importance of letting go, of honoring the past without remaining bound to it. Only when you release the old do you create space for what is truly meant for you. If you have read this far and inwardly resonated with these words, then that is a sign your soul is preparing for something new. Perhaps to let go of what holds you back. Perhaps to open yourself to what is coming. Perhaps to realize that what you are searching for has long been before you. Only you have seen it with different eyes until now. Jung left us with a wonderful insight. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. If the person you are now thinking of has changed you deeply in any way, then they have fulfilled their purpose regardless of whether they stay or leave. True love does not always mean permanence. Sometimes it means transformation. It need not be forever. Sometimes it is exactly what you need right now to learn, to grow, to evolve. Both kinds of love, the lasting and the temporary, are sacred, necessary, and perfect in their moment and purpose. Your task is not to recognize at first sight whether someone is your destiny. Your task is to remain conscious, authentic, and open, to continue to grow, to heal, to unfold, to trust that your soul knows exactly what it needs and when, and above all to remember that you are also someone else's destiny, that you too have something unique and beautiful to give, that you too deserve to be loved as you are with all your light and all your shadows, that you too are worthy of a connection that celebrates you, respects you, and helps you become the best version of yourself. If these words have touched you deeply, share them with someone you know needs to hear them. For true love also embraces our connection with one another. This community of souls gathering here to grow, to heal, and to awaken together. Do not seek outward signs to confirm what you already know inside. Your soul is the best compass you possess. Trust it, follow its messages, and allow yourself to live the love you truly deserve. A love that does not make you smaller but greater. A love that does not bind you but frees you. A love that does not complete you but honors you in your wholeness. For in the end, true faithful love is not a person who comes to fix your life. It is life itself inviting you to love yourself so much that you only choose connections that honor your worth, respect your being, and nourish your soul. That is, as Jung said, the most revolutionary thing you can do to love yourself enough not to settle for less than you deserve. True love exists, but first you must become the destiny you seek in another. You must be the peace you hope to find. You must embody the fullness you wish to receive. Jung was right when he said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are, and when you have achieved that, true love does not appear as a desperate search. It appears as a natural recognition, as two souls already complete, deciding to create something even more beautiful together."